Indiana Jones' equal in archaeology, and then you had that crazy Nazi guy, Heil Hitler, you know, with the burn on his hand, and then you had, in the Temple of Doom, you had Molaran, the Indian guy who would rip your fucking heart out. He's fighting with Indiana Jones on the bridge, and they're hanging there for his life, and he starts ripping his heart out, Kano style, and I'm just like, those movies were just so good. And this movie had nothing. No creativity, nothing. This bad guy character did nothing. Why was Indiana Jones helping her? Why was Indiana Jones helping the guy that double-crossed him? It made no sense! Fuck! It was so horrible. So I feel so violated right now. I mean, I love those movies, and now I have to go and tell everyone, do not watch Indiana Jones 4. It's not... You know what? I bought this, like... Because I'm such a big Indiana Jones fan, I bought one of those rip-off combos where you get a Coke and popcorn and all that shit. And a keyring, it's over there. And it says Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull all over it. And now I just want to chuck it. The movie was that bad. And I paid like a lot of... That's the most I've ever paid for a combo before. Because I know it's Indiana Jones and everyone's going to buy it. Right? And everyone wants the keyring. The keyring's actually pretty cool, but unfortunately for me it says... and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull on it. Maybe if it said like, and the Last Crusade on it, I'd keep it. I guess honestly I'm probably going to keep it. I'll just throw it in a cupboard or something, but, oh man, just, the popcorn combo cost more than the movie ticket, by the way. What else can I say about this film? Shit, it was so fucking bad. Aliens, UFOs, waterfall, stupid bad guys, stupid son with flick knife that does nothing. Oh yeah, Marion Ravenwood's character is introduced, and she talks about, you never wanted to marry me, Indiana Jones, and I got married and I got on with my life and all this shit. And I don't know if it was covered in the film, maybe I missed it, but she never said that she got divorced or her husband died, and then the movie ends with Indiana Jones marrying her. What the fuck? You would never see a wedding in Indiana Jones. Never! Never! I felt like I was watching fucking some love shit, man. You know, like, Indiana Jones was always a romantic to the women in the films. But they would never go as far as to show a wedding, because they would always be in a situation. I mean, fair enough, they were out of the situation at the end of that movie, but they didn't need to show a wedding. And then the most stupid thing happens, the doors just blow open, like, it's Sean Connery's spirit, his father's spirit, which they, by the way, they say he died in the film, and the hat blows off the hat rack at the entrance to the church and blows over to Shia LaWolf's, Indiana Jones' son. The hat blows over to his feet. He's about to pick it up, and Indiana Jones grabs it, and he walks out, and the credits roll. Oh my god, that's just so dodgy. That's so fucking bad. There was a whole story to how Indiana Jones got his hat, and it was covered in The Last Crusade, and it's almost like he earned that hat. He did earn that hat. He went through all that shit with those guys, and then he learned a valuable lesson that, you know, there's always going to be someone in the world who will have money and power, and they'll just buy it. Didn't matter that the Cross of Coronado belonged in a museum, you know. He had the right to it because he had money. And Indiana Jones learned that the hard way, but he rewarded him for having spirit and being noble by giving him the hat. And this was just, oh god, it was so fucking bad. Oh, I can't believe it. Now I'm worried because, like, I was showing my nephew, he hasn't seen all the original Indiana Jones. I showed him the first one when he came down and visited us, and I didn't get time to show him the second and third ones. And I was telling him how cool Indiana Jones movies are, and now I'm worried that he's going to go and see Indiana Jones 4 because I told him how good the movies are. Now I'm really worried about that now, because, like, if he sees it, he'll be put off. He'll understand how crap it is. But oh, Jesus Christ. They killed off Sean Connery. I mean, fair enough, he couldn't do the movie, he's retired, but they didn't need to say he was dead. They didn't need to. The bad guy character was shit. Stupid waterfall, stupid monkeys, stupid sun character, stupid wedding, stupid aliens, stupid alien heads. I mean, why even have an alien story? Let me talk about something that was good in the movie. There was a fight scene between Indiana Jones and like the second highest up Russian guy, where they're having this fight while all the flesh-eating ants are going around them. That was actually pretty cool. That was Indiana Jones style, one-on-one, fist-to-fist, you know. That was cool. And there's a part where he just blows a dart into this like native like fucking throat, like right into a tongue, and you don't expect it, and you see it, and that's just like really cool, really hardcore. Those are probably the only two good things in the movie. The original soundtrack's in it, which is pretty good. The music's good. It's good to see Indiana Jones on the screen again, but he hardly ever used the whip, and it just didn't act like Indiana Jones at all. Harrison Ford got $40 million for this, and lucky bastard. I mean, I feel sorry for him because he's done such a shit film now, but he doesn't care because he got $40 million. Something else was cool. One of the boxes in the warehouse at the start gets broken open. You see the Ark of the Covenant in there. That was a nice little hint. Yeah, that's about it. Those three things. Yeah. The rest of the movie was dog shit. I feel really, really pissed off. I feel like doing like a South Park thing and writing to George Lucas and Steven Spielberg and asking for my money back. It was that horrible, that bad. I mean, why they even put that Shia LaBeouf in? I mean, and I got nothing against him. I like Transformers, but shit, they didn't need to introduce Indiana Jones' son. It's just a way of, you know, cashing in on the movies. Now they're going to make it probably a 5, and he's going to be the main character with cameos from Harrison Ford. That's probably what they're trying to do, just introduce some new Indiana Jones. That's fucking horrible. I hope they don't do it. Is there anything else I can say? Oh, that's right. There's a part in the movie after the stupid waterfall crap where Indiana Jones grabs the crystal skull and he goes, I have to do this alone, and he looks up at the temple that he has to go into, and because, you know, there was this part in the movie where he was staring at the skull, and it was like, you know, giving him telekinetic thoughts or some shit and telling him what to do, and he tells them, I have to do this alone, and they're like, why? And they're like, he's like, the skull told me to. And then you think, oh cool, it's just going to be Indiana Jones now. And then I swear to you, in the next scene, everyone's there. They all walk into the temple. The movie contradicts itself. They all walk in to the temple, and then they're like, you know, then the Russians jump out, and it was supposed to just be Indiana Jones. And that's the other thing, because of shit like that, there's no booby traps in this movie. There's nothing. No booby traps at all in this movie. In all the old Indiana Joneses, there was booby traps galore. You know, everything was protected. In this movie, because he's always got people with him, there's like no booby traps. The only booby traps are sometimes natives jump out and there's a fight scene. That's not even a booby trap, man. How cool was the booby trap in Raiders, man, when he walks into that room and he's like, you know, he sees those pressure pads on the floor, and he says to the guy, wait here, and he goes, if you insist, senor. You know, and then he has to walk all around those pressure pads to get to the idol. I mean, that was just dangerous just looking at it. I'm like, oh, that's really cool, you know. And then on top of that, he had to swap the thing and get the weight right. And then you had that death trap in the Temple of Doom, you know, with the levers and the doors and the roof coming down with the spikes. And there was just nothing in this movie. Nothing. It didn't feel like Indiana Jones at all. And I mean, he really did look very old in this. But I don't have a problem with him looking old, but they kept putting him into, like, you know, sunlight, and he looked really, really old, you know. Whereas if they had him in the shadows a bit more, not like totally in the shadows, but just in dark more, there's a few times when you see him in the dark and he looks, oh cool, he looks like Indiana Jones. You know, he didn't look old at all. But when they kept having him outside, the grey hair was really highlighted, and they kept making references to it that he's old, and his son kept going, "How old are you? 80 years old?" You know, they kept doing these lame age